Amy.
Hey guys, Society Reviews here with my review of the film Back to Black. I have to be straightforward with you. I'm probably the lowest end of the totem pole when it comes to being the target demographic for a biopic about the life and death of Amy Winehouse. Even in the mid-2000s when Amy Winehouse began her rise to worldwide popularity, I never understood her appeal. A woman who at her peak looked like she was on the verge of death became a worldwide sensation singing about her refusal to go to rehab only to die from alcohol poisoning just a few short years later. When Amy Winehouse passed away, many believed the singer was one of the best voices of our generation. Maybe that's true for some of you guys living in the UK, but I saw something completely different being born and raised in the States. Despite my personal opinions about the singer, it certainly wasn't going to stop Studio Canal and Focus Features and moving forward on the latest musical biopic, Back to Black. When it comes to the Amy Winehouse story, this is a film that Hollywood has tried to create ever since she died in 2011. But one project after another had fallen through the cracks until they were finally able to put wheels in motion of this story. A story that we have you asking yourself, did Tamu start producing films? Back to Black is the story of Amy Winehouse, played by Maritza Abela. The film tells the story of a young Jewish woman growing up in the streets of the greater London area who found herself in trouble in more ways than one. One day, Amy Winehouse is discovered by an executive at Island Records who decides to sign her to a deal to showcase her voice and her image to a much larger audience. After maintaining some early success, the record label decides to step in and make some changes to Amy's presentation in hopes of gaining even a bigger following overseas. This was the first of many bad decisions that led to the emotional downfall of the singer. Over the next few years, Amy's life revolves around bad relationships, drug problems, drinking problems, and the consequences of dealing with a monster called fame that she is not mentally or physically prepared to accept. It's hard to watch this film and not think to yourself that they set up Maritza Abela to fail. The screenwriter for this project is Matt Greenlaw, who's a British writer who got critical acclaim for his biopic of Ian Curtis, the singer of the late 1970s band Joy Division. The studio figured that if he was successful at one musical biopic with a big-name British artist, he could certainly regain that success with the story Amy Winehouse. The director of this film is Sam Taylor Johnson, the woman who was famously known for her relationship with Aaron Taylor Johnson that started when she was 42 and he was 18. Take away the films that she directed with her husband, and the only film on her resume is 50 Shades of Grey. That alone should tell you that we're off to a terrible start with this project. Abela comes off as a cosplay version of Amy Winehouse, especially when she tried to lip sync over the vocals from Amy's tracks. Because the film did not hire someone with an actual singing background, Back to Black has to create a lot of movie magic in order to make the film somewhat presentable. The fact that they have to dance around so many flaws in the film's hiring choice is one thing. Another major flaw is this film is trying to tell about the lowest points in the life of Amy Winehouse without having the film go to a complete drag, which means that the film admittedly omits more than one disturbing detail about her life. The storytelling of this movie is very vanilla. If you have no recollection about who Amy Winehouse was outside of her hit song Rehab, you're not going to find out any new information watching this movie. If you're a fan of Amy Winehouse, you're going to find yourself struggling between the fact that this movie manages to fall short of the story of her life, as well as the story behind her music as well, leaving you with a film that is likely going to shatter your doughy-eyed remembrance of a once famous singer and a story that's arguably about 10 years too late. Back to Back is a film that's about as dreadful as the final years of Amy Winehouse's life. I give this film a 1.5 out of 5.
I want to be remembered for just being me.